English is the international language, and everybody speaks it with their own accents. I mean, Emmanuel Macron speaks English.
Having a place like Europe, which sometimes is too slow, for sure, and needs to be reformed, for sure.
Keir Starmer speaks English.
It is now clear that the impact of this war will affect the future of our country.
Giorgia Meloni speaks English.
That if we want to reach peace and if we want to guarantee justice.
And Donald Trump speaks English.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
So it is very important for you to understand different English accents. And that is what we're going to test in this video. We are going to listen to 5 different accents. I have ranked them from the easiest, number 5, to the most difficult, number 1. As you listen to each one, there is also a gapped text. You will listen to the audio file and you will try to fill in the blanks. Are you ready? Let's begin the challenge. At number 5, we have one of the easiest accents to understand. The Texan accent, the American accent in Texas. And a famous person who has this accent is Matthew McConaughey. Let's listen.
I'm really looking forward to talking with y'all tonight. You heard my dad played football here, and I believe he even graduated from here. That was some extra incentive for me to come. Short and sweet, or long and salty. A sugar donut or some oatmeal. Now, out of respect for you and your efforts in getting your degree, I thought long and hard about what I could share with you tonight. You know, did I want to stand up here at the podium and read you your rights? Did I want to come up here and just share some funny stories? I thought about what you would want. I thought about what you might need. I also thought about what I want to say and what I need to say.
That was easy, right? Time to see how you did in 3, 2, 1. That's a lovely accent, fairly easy to understand. If you want to hear more of Matthew McConaughey speak with the Texan accent, I highly recommend watching the first season of True Detective. It's a masterpiece. Good. Now let's make it more challenging. We're going to the UK, to the beautiful city of Liverpool, where people have an accent called Scouse. And Steven Gerrard, famous football player, has this accent. Ready to challenge yourself? Let's go.
Around about that time, Julio used to sort of have a lot of one-on-one chats with me, and he said to me, look, he said, you've been mismanaged over the last 18 months off the pitch. He said, you're not doing enough gym work. You're not doing enough work on your legs, on your power, and your upper body is not big and strong enough to cope at the moment. He said, you've got the talent and the ability, but over the next 6 months, we're going to be working you so hard off the pitch because we need to try and build you into a man, because you're a kid in a man's game. I grew up wanting to be a centre midfielder, not so much an attacking midfielder, not so much a defensive midfielder, just wanted to be in the middle. I felt like that's where I could sort of have an influence on the game. That's where I used to enjoy it when I was a kid. But I just wanted to play for Liverpool that much. I was prepared to try any position. I was a bit of a weirdo coming through, really.
Well, that was more challenging, right? Let's see how you did in 3, 2, 1. I personally find British accents more difficult than the American ones. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's make it even more challenging. At number 3, we have another British accent, spoken in Newcastle, called Geordie accent. And it can even be difficult for native speakers to understand this accent. Now, a British footballer called Dan Burn has this accent. Are you ready to challenge yourself? Let's see if you can understand him.
I think so, and I think therapy isn't for everyone, so I think there's lots of different things that you can do. Like, I know I've had like sort of family members and friends that have used therapists who haven't getting on as well as that, but it's like there's all the other things you can do. Like, there's groups that people just sort of getting out and having a bit of exercise and having conversations with people that you think at that time you're the only person going through that.
Spot on.
And everybody has stuff going on, but you just don't really see it. And I was embarrassed really, because I was a Premier League footballer, and I thought, like, how am I having these feelings? Like, I should not be having these feelings. I look at what I'm doing, but you realise that like depression, it doesn't really discriminate.
I found this one easy to understand, accent-wise. However, It was quite fast-paced. You were speaking very fast. Now, let's see how you did in 3, 2, 1. Listening to Geordie accent reminded me of this funny clip.
Right. What did he say?
Said how's his age, huh? He only chopped him down because he couldn't see the view no more. What's he number?
Yeah, even native speakers struggle with this one. But hey, do you know what's even more challenging than the Geordie accent? A particular Scottish accent spoken in the city of Glasgow called the Glaswegian accent. And Kevin Bridges, a famous Scottish comedian, speaks with this accent. Are you ready to challenge yourself? Let's go.
My dad, I used to drive me to the gigs because I was too young to perform in the clubs, so they'd like make, if as long as I brought along a parent, which is pretty uncool, having to bring a note in saying that you're all right to go on stage in these comedy clubs. And he used to drive me everywhere, all over Scotland. My dad's always had a thing for trains. He always wanted to go on the Orient Express. So for their anniversary a couple of years ago, I got them the trip. And my dad is the only guy who's ever missed the train. He got off at Innsbruck station to send me a text, and he's used to like talking to me on the phone when I've been on trains and going, Dad, I'm on the train, the signal's pretty bad. So he presumes that you cannot send a text from a train. So he gets off before the train's due to depart, and he starts sending me this big long text, just going, son, we've been wined and dined, I'm gazing at the Tyrolean mountains.
Lovely, right? At some point with these accents, you're like, are they even speaking in English anymore? Let's see how you did with the Glaswegian accent in 3, 2, 1. Now, I've got to be honest, this was the easiest Glaswegian accent I could find, because the rest of them are very difficult. Look at this.
Okay, so I love the Glaswegian accent, and I was wondering if you could teach me some local phrases.
Well, it's very hard to bring them to mind. This is the thing. It's all right when your eyes are not going and happy as eyes. You understand?
Yeah. Or look at this one, which happened in the UK Parliament.
Can I ask the Honourable Gentleman what work is being done to make sure that this place is more accessible, particularly for some of our colleagues who have a disability?
Here.
I'm sorry, it must be something to do with my Antipodean background. Could you please repeat the question, because I didn't follow it?
Yeah, quite challenging. All right, we're getting to number 1, the most difficult. But before that, let me tell you something. Do you want to have the summary of all of my YouTube channel videos in a single PDF file for free? You can download my Ultimate English book with more than 530 pages of lesson summaries, and you can get it for free by clicking on the link above this video or the link in the description. So go ahead, download it right now. Okay, at number 1, we have the most difficult accent in my opinion. No. It's a particular British accent called Cockney accent. And Adele speaks with this accent. Are you ready to listen to her? Let's go.
Well, I think since I last was on Radio 1, I got to meet Beyonce a couple of times, which the first time I really held it together. I was like, thanks for having me to show B, you know, rare. But the thing is, I was in her dressing room and I was like, there was only a little curtain separating us while she was having her makeup done, and I started like going, I don't think I can do this, and she would have heard it all. And then she popped out, so I put on a brave face, but the second time I went out on a balcony and got on my hands and knees and cried.
Did you?
Yeah.
Bowing at the altar of Beyonce.
I've been listening to her since I was like 9, man. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's incredible.
Wow. Just wow. Let's see how you did. 3, 2, 1. You have to listen to it at least a couple of times in order to understand what she's talking about. It's quite challenging. And in my opinion, Glaswegian accent is easier than this. I hope you've enjoyed this challenge, and I hope you're now more familiar with different American and British accents. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, click subscribe. See ya.